Hello, I'm Sandra and this is Sing, Play, Create Teaching Tips. Today I am sharing a parachute music activity where we're going to explore steady beat, tempo, and dynamics fast and slow through a nature adventure. By using a parachute, I'm going to help my students feel the weight of the collective music experience, and we're going to focus on teamwork and working together to feel the music. And it has a lot of social emotional connections that we're going to help our children with. I'm using a Bear Paw Creek small parachute that's meant for 5 children. This is perfect for large classes too, because you can put your students in small groups. I really like them. When we get out the parachute, we're all sitting down in a circle. And I want to make sure everyone has their own place on the parachute. We can do a little warm up on the beat. If your students can hold this without you holding, that is easier because then you can play a small hand drum on the beat. If not, just use counting or ta, some kind of sound to practice playing on the beat. So we're at the pond and we're going to talk about the water. So we're going to use 2 examples of the water. We'll use a slow, steady beat, and then we'll use a faster steady beat. So we could say, let's try to get the turtle across the pond by playing the beat. And every time we play the beat, the turtle moves. Let's do it nice and steady. Ta, ta, ta. And just do 8 to 16 counts of that. Then you can ask some questions. What happens if we change the tempo and we want the turtle to hurry? What would that be? Let's show hurry across the pond. Ta, 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 like that. And in between, you, the teacher, can come up with some phrases to encourage them to work together, stay with your neighbor, follow the teacher. We're going to all work together to make the same movements at the same time. We're going to begin our nature journey in a pond. Well, around the pond. And here we're going to use a song. I'll talk to the class about everybody holding on to the parachute. We're going to be working together. We're going to find the pulse of the music, the heartbeat of the music. And we're going to show that using our parachute. We can use our eyes to look and our ears to listen and our hands to show how the music feels. One song I like to use is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Once I Caught a Fish Alive song. The fish are in the pond. And we're going to play on the steady beat to the music. You can find the music on any of your favorite music channels by Sing, Play, Create, or you can sing the version you know or use another recording. But this is a fun nursery rhyme to use for this activity. It also is a little tricky because they want to do the rhythm of the words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to be really strong and we're going to stay on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to ripple at the same tempo. Now, if you have some stuffed animals, like I have these really cute fish, you can put them on your parachute and they can bounce the fish to the beat. They love that. So we played through the song and I'm watching to see how everybody's doing, checking. Do we have this? Do we need to do it one more time? Good enough to move on? Probably. Let's go to the next part of our nature adventure. The next part of our nature adventure is going to be the storm in the meadow. And the storm is going to help us move fast and slow. I'm going to use the songs Flight with the Bumblebee and the Swan from Carnival of the Animals. Decide on a resting position when you're asking questions and going from one section to the next. So if you're having them hold it, that's fine. It's just resting on their lap. Then we can ask some questions. If a bee was caught in a windy storm, what kind of movement would it make? Can you show me? Let's everybody pick up the parachute and move together. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. It's a storm. It's so windy. Woo! Sound effects by teacher. All right, and then the storm has ended. Let's put our parachute down and rest. I see a swan over in the pond. I wonder what would happen if the wind was blowing the swan. What kind of movement would that make? And we're not doing this with music right now. We're just seeing what they do using the words and just getting used to making changes and creating that imagination in their head of the picture, connecting it to what they think they see, and then to the movement. Okay, so then we do the 2 examples, and then you can play a little game if you're able to let go of the parachute and change the music. After we practice doing it fast and slow, then I'll play the music and have them do it to the different selections, and we'll talk about that just for a minute too. And I'll try to bring up the words fast and slow, Presto and Largo. Now we can play a game, and all it is freeze, parachute freeze. So when the music plays, they play what they hear the music is telling them to do. And then when the music stops, they freeze. We're still at the pond, but we're going to make some new friends. A frog and the bluebird. The frog and bluebird are going to help us learn high and low. So we're going to use the song Galump Went the Little Green Frog and the song Flying High and Low by Sandra Sing Play Create. Okay, and you can find that anywhere on all the music channels, both those songs. Here's some questions you can use to get the discussion going about high and low. When the frog is crouched down low, where does the parachute go? And you can have them just show you. When the bird is flying high, where does the parachute go? Up high. Galump went the little green frog. Oh, it's high. I'm thinking, one day, galump went the little green frog. Galump went the little green frog one day, and his eyes went galump. So if you sing it to them a cappella, you can slow down and wait and give them time for that reaction, which is what I would recommend you do if you can. With the Flying High and Low song, I would just play it through and see how they react to the song. Then I would talk about it. If you haven't had a chance to prep, there's your chance to listen to it. So we've had a chance to explore high and low, and we're ready to go to the springtime dance. Now this is a song I wrote, and it is on our kids music channel, but it's a fun song you can use as movement, scarf, parachute, stretchy bands. It's just one of those songs you can use for all of those things. So this is how it goes. Everything's blooming at the springtime dance. Just gonna bounce on the beat. And it repeats. Then we have the fun part with the animals. Bees are buzzing. Bunnies are hopping. Birdies are flying, or all the way up and down, a big mushroom. And the flowers grow to the sun. We're going to go really down low and then really high, standing tall if we can overhead with the parachute. So there's lots of dynamic whole movement that can go into that song. It makes a great movement activity with the parachute. And then you just can go back to the beat. Everything's blooming at the springtime dance. So once you get done with the movement activity, which has used all of the things that we have done so far, the steady beat, the tempo, and the pitch all in one activity. Now we're ready to calm down, and there's a beautiful rainbow in the sky. Rainbows in the sky, waving up so high, sparkling in the sunshine, colors floating by, and that goes down. And then it goes higher and higher they fly. That is the climax of the song where we make the big mushroom, and then it comes down, and we're gonna play soft, slow beats to the end of the song. After you go through the song, you can ask some questions. What was the highest part of the song? What did the parachute do? What was the slowest or the lowest part of the song? What did the parachute do? And just take a few minutes and talk about it with them. And then you could do the song one more time. And then don't forget, when you're done with the song, to take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Drop your hands from the parachute. You know, that kind of thing. Just get them all calm, bring it down, and then the next thing you want them to do. You may want to review the whole adventure, go through each section quickly again, and just talk about it. Or you might have enough time to go through and choose one or two of the songs and just do them again for fun. The great thing about an adventure activity like this is your own imagination and creativity can really come into the story, and you can turn and twist it the way that works for you and your kiddos. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you'll take a second and hit that subscribe button. You can get all the links to these activities in the description. Let's move and learn with music. Sing, play, create.